Hey YouTube, this is Woody17096 with a Gaga update. It's just pretty much just a quick update on that. So this is I'm going to show you how I play Unduly Network at the moment, and then at the end of the video I'll show you what XYZs I have to play when I've got it built, since not all the XYZs I want to play are out yet. So here we are: 3 Gaga Magician and 2 Girl. That ratio is fine for me. I never have problems with it. So yeah, I don't need to put any more girls in or take out a magician or miss it tomato. Searcher, going in for whichever one you don't have. Say if you've got Gaga Magician in your hand, you're gonna get Gaga Girl. If you've got Gaga Girl in your hand, you're gonna get Gaga Magician. And also Mr. Tomato can get Sangan, but that's not too likely. Gauze just to stop OTKs, and sometimes this deck can have not dead hands, but like once you've played out a lot of your XYZs, you get a bit slower towards the end sometimes, depending on how good the opponent's deck is. So Gauze just helps. Dark Armed is like an extra boss monster to go along with Gauze and BLS. Speaking of BLS, just broken boss. 3 Cyber Dragon for the lights, and obviously so you can use it with Gaga Magician. Sync for not sync XYZ for a 5 straight away. 2 Thunder King Roy just to add more lights to the deck. He's a decent beater. He's got 1/9, so he can stand up to some things. His effect is brilliant. Since I don't play Pot of Duality, it's not hurting me. I don't add any cards from deck to hand apart from Sangan. And negating special summon's pretty good. Just to go, if you're playing Dino Rabbit, first turn summon it, so they won't want to go into their Evil Zal. No, Dolka and Lagia, that's the 2 Dinos here. So 2 Ryo. And then the 3 Tour Guide and the Sangan Engine, just because it's an XYZ deck, just run it, get your rank 3s out really quick. Helps the deck a lot. And yeah. Onto spells. So that was 20 monsters, and then we have 15 spells. Allure, great draw power. You can set so many combos up with this. You can go. Well, actually, I'll discuss some more combos at the end of the video. 3 Upstart Goblin, my draw engine that I prefer over Part of Duality, since this doesn't have a really nasty cost. It's not even a cost that your opponent gains. 1,000 life points. 1,000 life points is practically nothing in this deck to me. I can make you lose that straight away, or they can use their Solons, which is just fine by me. You can keep Solon in the way because I'll just keep coming back at you. Pot of Avarice, just to recycle and draw. I thought I'd need some of like recycle and draw, and it turned out to be pretty decent. The only thing I don't like about this card is it always seems to end up in my first hand, no matter what. It just keeps ending up in my first draw hand. But yeah, it's okay. 3 Gaga Revenge, broken. Premature Burial for the Gagagas. Get any XYZ, then it gains 300. Or all the XYZs gain 300. Monster Reborn, standard staple. Revival, just a good card, obviously. Staple. Dark Hole, just to get some field control if they start swarming. Oddly enough, whenever I get Dark Hole, most of the time it's been like I'm in control of the field. I have way more monsters, and I've got Dark Bribe set and everything, so Dark Bribe's a bit an iffy card for me. No, not Dark Bribe, Dark Hole, sorry. And then we got the Mind Control, just because Gaga Magician allows this to be such a great play. Take control of whatever monster, then make Gaga that level overlay. Galaxy Queen's Light, just a pretty boss card in this deck, to be honest. It's really good. I think most people should give it a try in Gaga decks, but no one seems to want to try it. And 2 MST, back row removal. Back row hurts my deck. Heavy Storm, back row removal again, and staples basically. And then traps, we're on 5. 2 Call of the Haunted. Well, Call of the Haunted sets up more XYZs with the Gagagas. Yeah. And then 3 Dark Bribe. I put this in instead of the Solemns. I think, yeah, it was Solemns I was running before. The Solemns just did not help me. It wasn't the fact that I was needing to stop special summons, it was the fact that I was needing to stop the cards that were becoming a real big problem, like destruction cards, mirror forces, deep prisons, dark holes, monster reborns. Those sort of things were hurting me quite badly. So Dark Bribe I prefer. And you may argue they get a plus because they get the draw, but chances are that draw could just be a dead draw, since they were probably planning to do another combo, which is why they would have used the monster reborn or whatever. Extra deck, Leviathan, staple. Their mains is kind of an extra deck staple in this deck. And Levier, these three are pretty much all staples in this deck since I run Tour Guide. My only rank 4, Utopia. I don't really go into rank 4 since rank 4s are mediocre and there isn't anything that I really particularly think is good. I just wanted to put Utopia in here because he's light and he's just a good guy, I love him. Number 33, they've changed the name, Chronomally Mashu Mesh. Basically it's that Oops Arts Mashu Mashu from the anime, and that's what it's called in Japanese. This is a rank 5 and it's just so good. I'll tell you all about that later. Volcasaurus, so good, rank 5 as well. Some of these cards aren't out yet, by the way, so I'll be showing you the alternatives that I plan on playing until Volcasaurus comes out and that. Tyrus, great card. Adris, another really good card. These kind of staples in my version of Gagagas, since they're probably one of the best level 5s out there. Not so much Adris, I prefer Tyrus. And then Wind Up Arsenals and Mayo, another rank 5, and he's great because he destroys 2 set cards on the field, which is just amazing if you think your opponent's got Raikou, Special Cyber, Normal Magician, Overlay 5. And then pop their set card and a Raikou, hopefully, if they were playing White Swans. Magic Magician Girl, fantastic card in this deck. It's probably the only deck that would be able to run this, apart from decks that run Chaos Sorcerers. But even then, most people would be like, oh, that's situational, so they won't play it. Photon Strike Bouncer, Effect Vader on legs, so good. Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger is in here because I like to go into Tyrus a lot, and obviously Tyrus detaches at the end of your end phases. So if Tyrus is going to have to detach at the end phase and it won't become immune. Sorry about that. I'll just special the Gaia Dragon. And it pierces, it's okay. Big Eye, Mind Control on legs. I love him. Number 40, Gimmick Puppet Heavenly Strings. I like this guy. He's a rank 8 and he only takes 2 level 8s and he's 3000 attack. So he's pretty boss. And his effect kind of potentially, it forces your opponent to have to play differently. Let me just read you his effect because he's a new card. Once per turn you can attach an XYZ material from him. Put 1 string counter on each of a face-up monster on the field. During your opponent's next end phase, destroy all monsters with string counters and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. Now, it kills your own monsters as well, if they're face-up, which can be good or bad, depending. Say if I've got Sangan up to search. But basically, I was recommended this card, and I've really liked it, especially because it's rank 8, and it's I've only got 2 rank 8s, but this card isn't out yet, which makes me really sad. I hope it comes out soon. And the way it makes your opponent play different is, if they've swarmed the field and you've got this out thanks to the Gagagas, you can really punish them, because first of all, you could use Gagaga's effect, make something they've got 0 attack if it's a special monster, and hit them for 3,000. And then, if you've got still like a defensive field, like if I've had Mr. Tomatoes destroyed and that, you play Puppet's effect, and then end your turn, and the opponent's like, shit, what am I going to do? Because they need to get rid of pretty much the whole field, because even if Gimmick Puppet Heaven's Strings is destroyed, his effect will still go off in the end phase, so they literally have to clear the field if they can, which Dark Hole would be okay, but you know, what's the chances of them having Dark Hole? Pretty slim. And then finally, my favourite XYZ, my favourite boss XYZ, if you wish to call it that, is Neo Galaxy Ice Photo Dragon. He's a rank 8, but he takes 3 rank 8s, which is why Galaxy Queen's Light's in here as well. I can go into him a lot, surprisingly. He's just pretty damn broke. And then I'll quickly show you the alternatives for cards. So Volksaurus isn't out, so he'd have Magic Girl isn't out yet, and Puppet Strings isn't out yet. So instead of them, I play the C39. He's okay. Especially for mind control, I was thinking along those lines of the mind control there, Utopia, special summon Utopia Ray. It's pretty nice. Maystroke, it's just like a Book of Moon, and I figured it's got a pretty decent effect. It's like a Zen mains, it doesn't have the pop ability, and it's a Book of Moon and legs, so I thought he was okay. And Insector Exorbital, he's good. Just get Sangan out the grave, use his effect, pop the Sangan and something else they've got, and then get a search. I like to do that as well. So now, some of the combos of the deck, I suppose, it's pretty much autopilot. However, what you want to make is completely up to you. I mean, a really good combo, which is just so good, is if you've got the Gagagas on the field, and they've got special summon monster. I do this all the time. I go into Mushu Mesh because his effect is so good. Because first of all, your special summon monster's attack, the opponent's monster's attack, goes to 0 thanks to Gagaga. And then his effect, Marshu's effect, is once per turn you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target one face-up monster your opponent controls and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its attack and its original attack, and have this card gain that much attack. So basically, if your opponent's got a Grapher, they're minusing 2/7 life, and then this dude is gaining 2/7 attack, which would put him on 3/1, 4/1, 5/1, 5,100 attack, and you just run into the Grapher because they take, it's on 0 still, so they'd take 5/1 and 2/7 in one turn, and that's pretty much almost like an OTK, I suppose, because they've probably already played a Solemn on me, like they've paid 2,000, and they take 5/1 and 2/7, which just finishes them. I mean, I've even had people, it's such a great card to pull out in a tight situation. It's just unbelievable, which is why I might actually consider playing 2 because he's so good. But the thing is, I don't want to play 2 because you just go for it. You just know when to go for him at that right moment. You know you've got the Dark Bribe set, so they can't solemn him or anything like that. So yeah, Mushroom Mesh is fantastic. I'm looking forward for that to come out. So that's pretty much it. Any improvements or suggestions for the deck are welcome. Oh, and I was going to show you that Allure combo as well. So basically, you go into Allure, draw 2, banish Gagaga, then you normal summon the Tour Guide, go into Leviair. Leviair's effect, get Gagaga back, activate Gagaga Revenge or Call of the Haunted or Monster Reborn, get Gagaga Magician back, and then you can go into another another XYZ if you're choosing, which means you just got 2 XYZs in one turn, which is pretty good. I suppose if you wanted to, you could even, when you've got the two Gagagas, sorry, the Magician and the Girl, you go Mind Control, take their monster, make Gagaga Magician level 8, Galaxy Queen's Light. It's just a pretty good combo. Chances are probably slim of doing that, but I don't know, I've been in situations where I could have done it, but anyway, I'm babbling now, YouTube, so I'm going to wrap that up. Sorry about the babbling at the end. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, post suggestions on the deck below, and peace.